Hello, everyone. This is Lada from Astrolada.com. And again, I'm here with Nikola Stojanovic. Hi, Nikola.
Hi there. How are you?
Great. Thank you for being again on the show. And today we're going to speak about a very interesting topic: what to do with bad aspects and remedies for those. Because astrology can be so scary sometimes. You see difficult aspects and you think you're gonna die, you think you're gonna get cheated on. But is there a way to cheat fate if you know your horoscope?
Yes, I think there is a way. I was thinking long time ago about astrology. And everybody in his chart has something bad. Almost every chart has some, bad planets and not so good house or some bad aspects. So I was thinking what we can do. And to my mind, God give us astrology as a science to help people.
Yes.
So if we understand astrology, how it works, we can find solution. And I was thinking what to do, And what happened? One day, one lady came to me, very nice lady, and the only reason why she came to me, she wanted to divorce her husband. But she told me, I love him, we have very good kids, we have a very good life, very nice home, quite enough money for nice living, but we are quarreling all the time at our home, and I
Mhm.
can't stand it anymore, Uh, I was looking in her chart, she has, but when they out of home, they don't quarrel, they don't have arguments,
Mhm.
Uh, the only time they have arguments when they're at home, at their home. And I look at her chart, and she has Mars and Venus in the fourth house. And what is happening in our home is we should look our fourth house,
Mhm.
what will happen when we are at home, And
Yes.
Mars rules with quarrels, with arguments, you know. And when they
Yes.
are at home, all the time they have some quarrels, some stupid quarrels,
Yes.
And I was thinking, looking at her chart, and there is also Mars and Venus, And I told her, you should plant roses, And she was in
Ah.
shock, and I explained her, here in Serbia, almost everybody knows something about astrology. So I can explain my clients, why I'm telling something, Look, Venus rules with flowers, Mars rules with thorns.
Yes.
So it
Spiky
must
thing.
be, yes, yes. So I told her, you should plant Venus, flowers, Venus with thorns, Mars,
Yes.
And I explained it to her, And after that, about 7, 8 months after our conversation, she called me, and told me, thank you, Nicola, so much, because she did it, And instead of having Mars arguments at home, fourth house, she
Uh-huh.
is planting roses,
Wow, so
So
she's using the
that,
energy in a different way. So you channel it in
yes,
you don't
that,
go against the planets. You don't
yes,
block
yes,
them
yes.
or try to avoid them. You try to manifest their better or
Yes.
healthier. Uh,
So we can use what is the point of this? We can use energies of planets. Each planet has different ways of manifestation, and represent different things in our lives and people also. And so we can use when we know astrology, we can use our knowledge to help us.
mhm.
And instead of having Mars quarrels, she is planting Venus flowers with thorns, roses.
Wonderful. Wow.
And she told me they have arguments, but not so often,
Yeah.
From time to time, they have some arguments.
The energy is still there, but way less.
Yes, 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 yes.
And
So, yes,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. Tell.
Can it be used for transits as well? Say you're gonna have Pluto transit your seventh house cusp of
No, but
relationship.
Pluto is very slow planet. We can try to use also the energy of Pluto. But Pluto is very slow planet, and we can't avoid some bad things. But
Yes.
what we can do? We can help us that bad things don't come so often, you know.
Hmm. Hmm. So
So
we
that
can't
is the
fully
only.
cheat. We can't
Yes,
fully cheat the universe.
you know they must have some quarrels. You know, it is normal in life of when two people is together. It's quite normal, you know. But it is not normal to have it very often. It is not good for
Yes.
relationship, you know.
Yes.
So
And I
you know,
remember you gave an example during the previous course, the webinar, about a woman who had moon and Saturn in the sixth house. Can you
yes,
tell us
yes,
this example?
yes, yes. And I told her, you know, moon rules with the dogs.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that aspect gives very hard disease, you know, cancer, you know.
Hmm.
Bad aspect between moon and Saturn, people who can get cancer as
It's usually because they can't release feelings, probably
yes,
because
yes,
they
yes. That
hold
is the
on to
main
feelings.
reason. That is the main
Yeah.
reason. So I told her because she has it in her sixth house. You know, sixth house also rules with pets.
Yes, not only disease.
Not only disease, naturally. So I told her, you should take care of sick dogs, you know. When you see some sick dog at the street, take him home, you know, give him
Yeah.
a hug, you know, feed him and take care of him, you know. So she did it, you know. And she told me several years later that her health is much better, you know,
Oh,
and she is
amazing.
not so depressed, Saturn to be depressed, and she is taking care of sick dogs, and she has, I think, at that time she had 5 dogs, six at her home,
Wow, that
taking care of them, you know. So listen, it is much better to take care. It is also a good deed, you know, to take care of sick dogs than to have a cancer, you
of
know.
course.
And also, naturally, and also moon are emotions, you know, and moon are dogs.
Yes.
So, you know, and Saturn is to control emotions. So she also start to show her emotions to their dogs. You know.
Ah, yes, it's easier to
So,
show to animals
so
that.
she is healing dogs, and dogs are healing her. You know.
Amen.
Amen. It's great. You know, it's great. And also, for example, when somebody has Neptune in the second house. It's not good for money, you know, because Neptune means to lose money, to have bad investment, you know, to make mistake in doing investments, you know,
Yeah.
and also, you know, the second house represents not only our income, it represents what we do with money when we have money, you know.
Uh-huh.
And Neptune, what does Neptune do, you know? Neptune, with Neptune in the second house, you can go to some market or mall and to buy some stupid things that you really don't need. You know. When you
Yeah.
come home, you will, you know, said, "Oh, crazy me! Why did I bought this?" You know.
You were in a fog when you bought.
Yes, yes, you only fault. Maybe I need this, maybe I need not, you know, but you will buy it and you will spend your money, you know, for nothing.
Yeah.
So what I tell people, you know, who has Neptune in the second house, you know, second house is where we have money, where we put money. It's our wallet, you know.
Yes.
So it is much better to have the picture of dolphin in our wallet than to spend money for stupid things, you know. Do you
Oh
understand?
my God. Yes, because dolphin is Neptune, the
Yes,
ocean.
Neptune, or you know the photo or picture of some fish we like most, you know.
So now I'm gonna be having Neptune transit my second house for probably 20 years. I should wear
But
dolphin.
listen, what can you do? Listen, this is my advice. You know, Neptune is if you have enough money for that. Naturally, Neptune is to give some money for charity. You know, so it
Ah,
is much better to give some money. You know, to some charity.
yeah.
Pisces and Neptune rules with charity work. You know, than to spend money on some stupid things and
Yes.
lose money.
Well, I was thinking about starting that. So
Yes, yes, it's good,
wow,
you know, it's good to do that, you know. Okay. And
amazing.
yes, and also listen this. I have Saturn in my fourth house, you know. Fourth house is my home wherever I live, you know. And with ex-wife, we completely restored, rearrange, renovate our home, you know, completely. And when we finished that work, it was looking fantastic, But I have Saturn in the fourth house, and I was thinking, in several years' time, this home will look old,
Yeah.
like we did nothing, So I was thinking what to do. Saturn rules with rocks.
Uh-huh.
So when I go to some nature and when I see some nice rock, I take it, and put it in my home. So the home still looks fantastic,
Yeah.
But we have rocks in Saturn rocks in our fourth house in home, It is
Oh,
not, it is much better to have rock, 3 rocks, 5 rocks in home, and also it looks nice,
yeah.
than to have your home being older, and
Yeah.
look and don't look nice.
Wow. Or
So
people who have Mars in the fourth, they can have a fireplace, for example, too.
they can
So they
have a
don't argue.
they can put swords.
Swords,
Mars
yes, sharp things.
swords, yes, they can put swords. So
My husband has Mars in the fourth house and he has swords at home. He does.
yeah, yeah, it is much better to have swords than to have your home at fire. It's not good.
Oh my,
And
so this going to
when
protect
he
you.
wants to quarrel at home, just take a sword and
Start.
attack him.
Amazing. Maybe that's what's protecting the home.
Yes, good. So we will talk, also about bad aspects. For example, look this. I have Mercury, ruler of my ascendant, in my sixth house, house of health. Also, yes.
Mhm.
And my Mercury is in the sign of Aquarius at the degree of Aquarius. So it gave me to be very. I used to be very nervous.
Because
And I was
Aquarius is
screaming, yeah, yeah, yeah. And people couldn't stand me anymore because and I was thinking because I start losing my friends. I have lots of planets in the sign of Aquarius. I like to be with friends. I like to
yeah.
have lots of friends, And they were starting avoiding me, because I was too nervous, So I was thinking, what should I do, And my Mercury is square to Mars.
Ooh, arguments.
Arguments, I must show that I'm the most clever guy in the world, because my Mercury is in Aquarius, to be very clever, I am clever, but people don't like it when you use it too much, they will start avoiding you.
You wise ass, as they say.
Yes, 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 yes. So what did I do? I start walking because why? Mercury is to walk, square to Mars by my muscles, by foot,
Muscles.
But it helped me, but not enough, And I was thinking again, Mercury in this Mercury to walk in the sign of Aquarius to be fast.
Uh-huh.
So I start riding my bicycle. And
Ah,
after my bicycle riding, I was not nervous at all.
wow.
So I changed, I stopped being nervous, I'm not nervous at all.
And you
But
still ride
every
bicycle.
day, yes, yes, I ride my bicycle every day. Every day.
Otherwise, no friends.
Yes, yes. When I can't do it, for example, when there are heavy rains, or heavy snow, I have to walk because I'm starting being nervous. So I recognize that energy in myself, and I must go out to walk, or to run, or
Wow. Oh, I forgot to say to people that we're doing a webinar on that, on
Yeah,
exactly
yes,
this
yeah,
topic.
yes, 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 yes.
We're doing it on
It,
the 6th of July. Was it on? It's on
yeah,
Thursday,
6th of July, the same time like we did
12
before,
Pacific time or 3 in the afternoon. This is Thursday this time, guys. So we're gonna go through all the planets. Yes,
Yes,
Nicole,
yes,
in the
yes. All
webinar.
planets, and no, we can't do all aspects, but
Yeah.
we will do some of them. We can't do
Yes.
all because it might last 10 days.
Yeah. Of course, there are
But
hundreds of
yes,
aspects.
yes, yes, yes. So we will do planets in houses and bad planets in houses. But listen, we can also use this energy to do something bigger and better.
Ah.
For example, my wife Leah has Mercury trine to Jupiter. We were talking about that, and now she has started with the publishing house.
Yes.
And what did I do? I think I told you before.
Yes.
The house was called Mercury to travel,
Yes.
trying to Jupiter. Jupiter rules with horses, and
Yes.
her Jupiter is in the ninth house. So her publishing house was called Nine Horses Journey.
The ninth
You know,
house, horses,
Nine
Jupiter, Mercury journey.
Journey. And
So you,
she has published the first book, and it is selling good, very good.
wow. So it's best that we find the best aspects in our horoscope
Yes,
and do anything we can instead of trying to work with the difficult aspects. We still
yes,
have to
yes,
work
yes.
on the difficult aspects, but
We must
we,
sometimes, but yes, the best way that we can, what we can do with our chart to work with the best aspect we have in our chart, and our
what
life
is,
will be much better, much better.
how do we know which is the best aspect? The closest?
We should see good aspects, trying sextiles, and also we should look at what planet is the strongest.
In
For
sign.
example, yes. For example, if somebody has Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, that is the strongest planet because Jupiter is Cancer is in the sign of exaltation.
Hmm. And you can use it for your career and focus on.
Yes, naturally. If
Ah.
it is in 11th house, we can make career with doing job with our friends. 11th
Real
house.
estate, Jupiter,
Yes. But but
Cancer.
but with our friends. If it is in 11th house.
Yeah. And should we avoid, say, if you have Venus in Virgo, kind of, because where it's weak? What do
But
we
Jupiter, I have Jupiter in Virgo, and I earned a lot of money. But
do?
listen, it means you must work for it.
Virgo. Yeah.
Virgo is to work. So
It's not,
all money I earn in my life, I had to earn it. I
yeah.
never got some money, from some other side. But
Yeah.
okay, I like to work. My ascendant is in Virgo. So no
And you
problem.
have Jupiter there. Wow.
Yeah. In the second house, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to work.
For your money.
Yeah,
So
and
even,
you can earn money, no problem.
yeah, so actually even the worst things in our horoscope, we can either work towards making them less difficult or turn them for our benefit in some way
Yeah. For example, if somebody has Jupiter in the 12th house, he should go to some faraway country,
to make
and
money.
there he will make money. 12th house to go to
Yeah.
some faraway country, or to be a criminal because 12th house rules also with being a criminal, or to be a doctor.
12th house is doctors. Yeah. Ah. Or to do charity work of some sort, 12th house.
Okay, so we have to be wise. God give us astrology to help us.
Yeah.
And people should not be afraid. There are bad aspects, bad degrees, and they should not be aware. They should live. Many people are afraid of living. No, really.
Yeah.
More and more people become afraid of living life. So,
Yeah.
so
And
and they are blocking the energies of the planets in that way.
yeah. I when I started studying astrology, all I could focus on was all my Pluto oppositions, and I kept thinking, who will die? Who will die? Who will die? But
Yes,
what
yes,
happens that
correct.
I'm so much into conspiracy? That's the other energy of
Yes.
Pluto.
Sometimes somebody must die. It's the
Yes.
part of life. We should live. And if we can help the people, we can help. We should help. But we must not be afraid. It's not good.
Yeah, exactly. Like you were giving examples that you could see that you'd have many marriages, but you still
To
went and got married
what?
because you love the
I
woman.
was in love. Love passed away, so I found another woman and another, and I love them all. So
Exactly.
and I
You-
also take care of them. So it's good for me, if good for them.
I like your thinking.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay, good.
So the webinar, we're going to cover planets. We're going to try to explain how to find your best aspect and
Yes.
what each planet, if it's bad, how you can remedy it with certain advices, for example.
Yeah,
And
But
Oh,
but
wonderful.
people should also know what each planet represent, because we have only 10 planets, but there are too much things in our world, So each
Yeah.
planet represent a lot of things, and I will tell them, the major things.
Yeah. So people need to know, guys, you need to know at least to understand how to find your aspects in your horoscope, what the planets mean, at least a little bit, and the science, what they mean. And this webinar, I think that will be the most helpful, the most beautiful webinar, because we
I hope
always
so.
scare people. We scare people, and one viewer said, come on, tell us how we can deal with the difficult things in the horoscope. So
Yes, yes.
I
Okay,
I
okay.
think that would be a great
I will
webinar.
I will speak also about good aspects. I won't speak only about bad things.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
How to
I don't want people to remember me as bad news.
oh,
Okay,
wonderful.
good.
Well, yeah, so guys, if you want to learn how to deal with the difficult aspects in your horoscope, come on the 6th of July. I'll put a link below this video in the description so you can. It's only $29, very affordable, that Nicole is making this webinar for. And hopefully this knowledge can save a lot of worry and stress and difficulties from our
Yes,
life.
naturally.
Yeah, so
So people will start using astrology in their benefit.
mhm,
And that is the point of astrology. Really, really.
rather than just be scared.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, thank you so much, Nicola. We're not gonna
Okay.
hold you long because it's late there in Serbia. Guys,
And
check
it's
out
very
Nicola's.
hot. We should have springtime now, but we have a tropic summer. Now, believe me, it is almost 9:30 p.m. and it is 27 degree. And every
Wow.
day we have over 30 centigrade degree here. Oh, crazy.
Oh, I
But
envy you.
I like the sun. I like the sun.
Yeah, we're. I'm still with the winter jacket outside here.
Really? Oh, you should come here.
I
Okay.
know. I know. Very soon, maybe we should organize a live webinar there. Like a retreat
Why
for
not?
two,
Why
three
not?
days. Yeah.
And
Do
we,
you
we
like
we
Croatia?
can also show beautiful girls here. They are
Eh,
really very.
I know. But we'll have mostly women come. So are there
Yeah, yeah,
beautiful men as well?
Oh, they are also very, very handsome. Very handsome.
We can see
Okay.
from you. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Nicola.
Okay.
And yeah,
Good night to
come and
everybody.
yeah, good night. Bye bye.
And here you on 6th of July.
Yes.
Yes.